There's so much going on in Canada right now. In Ontario, we've got Billy Bishop, we've got data centers coming up, but I'm imploring you to just take a second to listen to me about this. This is very important. So it appears we're on the cusp of an age of increased hacking capabilities through AI. A rogue agent at OpenAI hacked into a second tech firm just on its own without even the knowledge of its overseers. As this is happening, the House of Commons has already passed in June Bill C-22, which is a hideous bill that should never have passed the House of Commons. It's now going to the Senate. There is time to make as much noise as possible to stop this bill from being passed in its current form. Essentially, it allows or it forces not just ISPs, but like all sorts of apps, like messaging apps, for example, to retain metadata on all users, all Canadians, regardless of whether you're under suspicion, for up to a year. And the provision of this bill requires tech companies to have a backdoor, essentially, for what they call lawful intercept. And the government has a provision there, well, you can't include a backdoor that compromises the security, but these companies can't even alert the public that law enforcement is making the interception, so they can't even make noise about the fact that the backdoor that they provided might be vulnerable. And the compulsion of law enforcement supersedes this, like, well, don't put in the backdoor if it breaks security, which is like, makes no sense. Not only is this a massive security risk, but all sorts of VPNs, all sorts of messaging apps like Signal, for example, are threatening to leave Canada because the requirements to destroy end-to-end encryption are so egregious that they can't operate here anymore. And the federal Liberals have rammed this through Parliament. They had clause by clause reading that didn't include any privacy experts, but were all law enforcement, which is the same people that support the bill, so it was an effectively useless exercise. But essentially, it's not only erasing Canadian privacy, because the government can know everything about you based on your metadata. They don't need to actually read your messages. They just need to know who you're messaging and for how long and where you've been. Whether you're guilty of a crime or not, they can do that for every single Canadian, up to 1 year. And they include a provision that doesn't even exist in the United States, which we think is like a bastion of, authoritarian oppression. They force messaging apps, for example, all sorts of different apps to include backdoors for law enforcement, which again can be exploited by hackers, including now these, supercharged AI agents. This travesty of a bill has unfortunately passed the House of Commons, but it's gone to the Senate. There's still time to stop it. So I've included a petition in the description below.